Hello, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back for part 2 of my Dominion of India playthrough. We have already taken Afghanistan. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to cheese my way into getting it without paying the political cost, but that's fine. That's fine. I try to think of these videos a little bit as guides for people to learn how to play better. I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but I know that there's people who are fresh to this game. They don't really know what to do. Let's also change this color. And since, you know, I'm so sure that Singh is going to die, but he does have that nice charismatic trait. But I still think I'm going to just switch to my other... to this guy, to my other field marshal. Or, do I have a level 4 general? I could have sworn I did. Defensive doctrine is nice. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm making the switch. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing attacks enough where my division hasn't recovered. Or no, I need the less combat width to do that. So because of that, I should not increase these guys to 20 for a while. On the other hand, the AI is not always the best at making 20 combat width divisions. I'm still pulling a profit on these. Oh, I need to think about my tanks. All right, status of the diarchy. We are faced with an abhorrent number of pressing issues dormant since the usurpation of Ganga Singh a decade ago. Most urgent is the status of administrative governments which have languished under the ancient relic of the diarchy. Dual rule over the provinces shared between the officials of the central government and the domains of the many princely states bound in subsidiary alliance and vassalage to the head of state. The premier is under great pressure to do away with the archaic system of indirect rule in favor of more efficient and democratic local administration. Yet the survival of the Dominion was founded on the loyalty of the northwestern princes in a time of great crisis. Thus, a complete abolition of their privileges might be unwise. Let's see, let them rule. Their loyalty is certain. This gives me more political power, organization, reduced cost. Wow, so this adds up to 0.35 in political power. Grant the princes a pension, but abolish their sovereignty. Or abolish indirect rule and expropriate the princes. That is a lot of division organization. Yeah, fuck these princes. There's no princes, there's only the king emperor. Because the whole idea here that I'm going for is that Edward is going to rule India, technically, but eventually we will transition out to a democracy. Like, he's ruler in name only. But also we're making money, because we're market liberals. That's the really important thing. We're making money! So, we are going to remove the princes from power. Yeah, like, Edward's just going to be on our money. And we're going to have a lot of freaking money. Speaking of a lot of freaking money, I'm actually going to build synthetic refineries. For a few reasons. One of them being money. But like it's actually a goal of mine. I want to see if I can eventually get to a point where I have more civilian factories from trade than I personally own. Because India, I mean, I could build it up, but there is a limit to how much I could do. Let's go with the Indian Economic Act now. See, I'm already in the negatives. This sucks. I'm going to be needing a lot of political power. Actually, in hindsight, I probably should have gotten the one that reduced my daily cost. Because coring India is expensive. Especially to do it quickly, quote-unquote quickly, like I want to. Even the quickest way to core India is going to take a long time, but I promise you all, I'm going to do it. I don't care if this game has to go into the 1950s, I'm going to finish this. Alright, logistically, how am I doing? Still really behind. I think that's fine. The Mountaineers, I want them to work a little more. Cool, the Imperial Scientific and Academic Council. The Canadian government has formed the Imperial and Scientific Academic Council to better coordinate the research efforts of member states of the British Empire. Canada has generously offered to fund the main operations of the council, so our government would only need to fund the efforts of our own scientists and academics in order to participate and share in the technological benefits. Alright, so this is tricky. Because I really want to work on my industry, but on the other hand... this lets me join the council early. I mean, it'll eventually just bypass, but I can also get the bonus in electronics, which is really nice. So I'm not sure what I want to do here. I already used one here. Also, how are my electronics looking? Okay, you know, because yeah, 232 days is so long, so I would rather join the ISAC, get that, and then there's another, yeah, and then 2 more for computing, so I can get these research bonuses really fast. As far as my industry is concerned, I mean, the main thing is I wanted to use one here. So yeah, we'll just get this really quickly. Get that factory output up and fix my deficit. Now, I also need to... I do at least have regular light tanks. I have hardly any military factories at the moment, though. But, oh, I don't even have regular light tanks. I'm wrong. Okay, so that's something I need to fix. The syndicalists have taken over here. Who's running things in the triads? We went with the mandate. Yeah, what is going on in the rest of the world? France is being run by Leon. Nicolas Glaus, he still has that dictator thing going. They really need to fix that or relabel it. Alright, the Indian Economy Act. The Indian economy is falling apart. Archaic trade regulations, corrupt tax collectors, and abhorrent lack of foreign investment is driving a sword through the neck of economic progress. Calling for a liberalization of the thriftiness of our nation, the merchants, business magnates, and industrialists of the Indus Valley are calling for reform to sweep the economic currents of the Dominion. The Premier is himself not ill-disposed to these ideas, which include a broad range of privatization, tax reforms, and institution of inflation-controlling measures. However, such a strong dose of liberalism might greatly upset the rural poor that still constitute the majority of the Dominion. Greatness demand a free market economy. Oh, that switches me to free trade. Oh, fuck. Even if I wasn't market liberal, that is so good. Because right now, I'm on export focus, which is cool, but 5% more factory production, dockyard output, construction speed, and especially research time. That's so good. Social conservatives, radical socialists. Ugh, definitely not. Oh, well, this changes my mobilization law. Or no, my economy law only goes... my economy law goes to early mobilization. No way, free trade is still too good. Plus political power, plus it increases the popularity of my parties. That put me over 60. Yes, it does. So good, so good. Time to join the ISAC, because that'll also help with our research. And as tempting as it's going to be a lot of the time for me to go to good stability to help out with my consumer good cost, I am going to hold back on that. You know, the ironic thing is that I believe the Social Democrats actually have ministers that reduce your consumer good factories instead of the market liberals. But yeah, let's go to early mobilization now. All right, high popularity, very nice. How much we're doing? Almost a whole political PowerPoint every day. Very nice. Very pleased with that. And let's just get those submarines out there. I want to also start building destroyers eventually, but that's long term again. I want to have like just, it's going to be a small navy, but it's just going to be some submarines with a couple of destroyers in there for surface detection. Yeah, look at me learning how navies work. A little. Slightly. World tension I'd like to get higher faster, but if it doesn't, that's fine too. Ah, they went with the princely cavalry. Do they have cavalry divisions? I have no idea. 53. Okay, let's start making... No. I was going to start making some more infantry divisions. My army's going to be small for a while. I just got to live with that. And I'm going to be... These are going to be key for me. I only have one right now, but at first I'm just going to be having some infantry here that just have tanks. That's all they got going for them. But I'm hoping that little bit of extra armor is going to make the difference. Alright. Construction. What's... Disperse industry is almost done. Mass assault is almost done. So I'll have this do efficiency cap and this do... Okay, yeah. So... Yeah, I'm going with construction, and then this will go to efficiency cap, and then that'll kind of be it for my industry for a while. Put that in Delhi as soon as it's done. Okay, and then mass assault will, of course, just will continue down that land doctrine tree. I'm going to try to continue to have somebody working in the land doctrine tree at all times. For now. All right, we are on the road to our 4th research slot. In fact, should I just go? No, wait, yeah, I have to do reforming the industry first. This will also reduce my consumer factories yet more. Okay. I figure I don't want to call my shots, but I think the war will probably begin in 39. All right, Osman is addressing the council now. Come on, tension, come up, come up. Fuckers. We need to get it up. How many men are in the field? Jesus, I've only got 140. That really sucks. But that'll have to do for now. Alright, and then Tibet is fighting Maklik. Hopefully Tibet doesn't do their war with Bhutan. On the other hand, maybe I need to secure both sides of the Himalayas. But that's long-term stuff. Like, there's no real need to think about that now. Ugh, tension is going down. Alright, what else can I just spend it on? Let's do industry, maybe? Yeah, let's do this now while I'm researching 2 industrial things. Okay. Now, I want to build light tanks at some point. Which actually, I don't think there's any in my one division. Yeah, the division that has it does not have any. So let's rectify that and research it. 135 days, not too bad. And look at all that manpower I have available too, and I'm only at volunteer only, right? Manpower is definitely not going to be an issue in this campaign. Oh, is this unit still training? All right, they're ready to go. All right, Indian Industry Act of 1937. In the wake of our decision to restructure the landscape of Indian economy, calls have arisen from labor activists throughout the Dominion that our government solidify the rights of both the industrial and agrarian workers. Although the factories spanning from Khyber Pass down to Gujarat are relatively scarce, legislation in favor of the workers might serve to stem the tide of syndicalist influence seeping into the trade unions. However, the backbone of the Liberal Party is founded on support of business magnates and wealthy industrialists, a group fundamentally opposed to a strong and emancipated workers' movement. The government will have to take a controversial decision no matter what. Trade unionism is just syndicalism, restrict it, gives you more political power. Let us enforce workers' rights moderately but progressively, more efficiency cap, or the proletariat shall no longer suffer, support the trade unions. I'm trying to think if there's any sort of like rebellion event that'll happen if I support the trade unions. It seems to imply there might. But I don't know. I know the commune has something where, yeah, they do something. Socialists of the West unite. Maybe it's if I take this and then they do Socialists of the West unite, the rebellion succeeds, because I think you can take these rebellion focuses and they won't fire. Alright, we're going to support the trade unions for now. Let's see what happens if anything kicks off. Alright, oh yeah, and I need a new focus. Benefits from the ISAC, and then finally we'll get that 4th research slot, and we can actually hopefully make something of ourselves. I'm really cranking out these U-boats pretty fast. Happy about that. Okay. Yeah, I've got how many little navies? I mean, I'll like merge them later. Got 3 little U-boat navies. Okay, but it's more than they've got. Like, yeah, they have no boats. They have no boats. Now I also need to think about the Air Force. But I'm not going to work on the Air Force until I have my fourth research slot. So I can spend time working on doctrines and things like that. Yes! Alright. Aw, Rudyard Kipling dies. British author Rudyard Kipling died today in Delhi at age 70. A staunch supporter of colonialism, the author of The Jungle Book, Kim, If and the Man Who Would Be King, had left Britain after the revolution to return to his native India. His only regret was not being able to return to his native town of Bombay, now in the hands of the hostile princely federation. The British Empire mourns a great writer. Rip in peace. Okay, yeah, I don't... maybe I really should be thinking about the war with the princely federation. They still haven't had their conference. I'm so curious as to who they're going to pick. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. And what's happening in the rest of the world? Germany is doing its Black Monday reforms. Did they give the princely federation so long? Yes, they did. Thank you very much. Although I think there's a bug where like you keep getting the event over and over. Fingtian seems to be balancing the different political parties quite well at the moment. I would love to play Fingtian. I'm super excited for it, but they need to fix the thing where they can't actually break away from Japan. How's it going over here? The American Union State is getting pretty aggressive. So are the Pacific states, who actually will, fight these days. Alright, fourth research slot, because that's all I'm going to get for probably like 4 or 5 years. So the sooner I get it, the better, and then it's industry time. Yeah, look at that. 93 days to get mechanical computing. That's awesome. And then after that, it's only going to take 136 days to get the computing machine. So, get them quicker. I mean, I know it's better in the long term if I had taken that fast, but I think this is better in the long term. Spanish Civil War. Carlos Spain is going on the offense. Definitely looks like the Kingdom of Spain is not going to take this one. What else is going on in the world? Michael Collins running Ireland. Okay, good to go. No problems. And Russia went with the Empire. All right. Canada is market liberal also. And France is market liberal too. No, they're social democrats. Still, all right, cool. The Entente. We stuck to its guns. We did not kneel to authoritarianism. We're the good guys. Except for Australasia, which doesn't really have a treaty yet. I'm not sure what the treaty would consist of. I guess just stuff where you support the Entente. I don't know. I don't know enough about Australia during this time period to comment on it. Yeah, I know I haven't gotten this yet, but I want to grab the Matilda. Okay, let's pull that back and forward. Come on, Nepal, make a move. What are you scared of? Alright, here's how we get back some infantry. Equipment. There we go. See? It was just that easy. Well, got a few hundred back. Alright. In the Princely Federation, they're dissolving the council. Fuck. That's so annoying. I want to beat them legitimately. Fuck. They're weak as hell either way. Okay. So we have the fourth research slot. And I would like to prepare for the final struggle, but I think I can wait. Yeah, let's do these bullshit infrastructure ones. Let's at least knock those out. And I think heavy fighters are going to be the way to go. Tactical bombers. I've never messed around with tactical bombers really, but heavy fighters I really like because they just have such good range. And I know that regular fighters are better, but I also think, and they're cheaper. Like it's better to just have en masse fighters than have heavy fighters that have better range. It's better to just be more secure in the small area you're in. But I mean, out here in India and in Central Asia, nobody's really building an air force. Only place where I'm going to have to really struggle against an air force is if for some reason I fought Japan or Germany, and even then, I think I'd be okay. So I think range is much more important here right now. So we're going to grab the heavy fighter. We won't be able to make many of them, but I don't need many of them. Yep, there they go. They're fighting already. Shit. Watch Nepal do its bullshit now while I'm fighting down here. Wait. No. Let's put you here. Okay. Now, who do I want to be my tank commander for the long term? Singh. Let's give it to this Singh guy. Maharaj Sawai Man Singh. Alright. Here we go. Chaos in the princely federation. Osman Ali Khan's autocratic ambitions and hubris have finally driven the southern princes into open revolt. For the second time in a decade, the Hindu rulers of Mysore and Travancore waver in their oaths of loyalty towards their nominal overlord. Kannada and Malayalam troops already openly engage army units. Fuck. And now the Nepal war is starting too. Alright. Openly engage army units loyal to the Hyderabad government, whilst the federal apparatus of state in the south has been thrown into absolute disarray. While it risks provoking the Nizam into war with us and perhaps the Bharatiya Commune, this could be an opportune time to seize the Bombay presidency, which lies just across our border. Chances are good the Nizam is too busy to respond and simply will let go. Alright, other thing that's going on here. Nepali atrocities in the Ganges Yamuna Basin. Horrible news has reached us from the Ganges Yamuna Basin. Late last night, the celebration of the Hindu festival of Diwali turned violent as hundreds upon hundreds of Indians utilized the gathering to launch spontaneous protests against Nepal's occupation of rightful Indian soil. A local police commander lost his nerve and ordered his troops to fire upon one of these demonstrations, leaving 50 civilians dead. Tempers are running high throughout the lowlands, reaching revolutionary heights in Dehradun. Our government should be prepared for any eventuality. After all, do we not claim to represent all Indians? Outrageous. Why do I lose political power? God damn it. Alright, anyway, I think that's a good stopping point for part 2. I'm Conquering History Games. I'll see you in part 3. You have a great day and subscribe if you haven't already.